Hi, my name is Jessie Ellis, and I am doing my informative speech reflective vlog. The purpose of my speech was to inform my audience how to get a good test grade. Going into this speech presentation, I was a little nervous because I've never taken a real speech class before. I've given presentations over PowerPoints and stuff, but I've never actually done a real speech. It was nice though because it was a narrative PowerPoint, whereas if I messed up at the end of a speech in a real filmed speech, I would have to go back and redo the whole speech. But if I messed up on one slide, I would just have to delete the 30 seconds or so that I messed up in and just redo the narration for that slide. Speaker ethos is the speaker trustworthiness. I think my speaker ethos was high because I cited pretty reliable sources. I cited some authors and some publishers, and the #1 SAT prep guy in America. My technology, it was adequately prepared. I knew I had a webcam. I knew I had a speaker, a microphone. But if I could have done anything differently, I probably would have gone out and bought a microphone because it probably would have picked up a little more on my voice rather than the background buzzing of my room or a fan or something. Some principles I kept in mind was, one was making my presentation visually appealing. I wanted to make it pretty to look at, and I also wanted to keep it organized so it wasn't so cluttered and jumbled. Each slide was pretty well organized. The organization that felt natural to me was the actual introductory slide, and then my body and my transitions and my conclusion. That felt natural to me because that's how all my English papers have been formatted and stuff. But what felt odd to me was the oral citations saying, in 2013 for this organization, these people said this, or told everyone this, whereas I can type that for papers, but I've never been oh, so and so said this on this date in this year. So that was just kind of weird to me. When I considered my audience because my topic was getting good test grades, and we're in college and that can be really challenging, and I just think it's nice to know some skills and some habits that you can form to eventually just get good test grades every time you take a test, getting good resources every time you take a test. I think it's really important to students to have resources, habits, skills, and so that's how I considered my audience. My speech worked because it was something that everyone knows about. Everyone knows what a test is. Everyone knows what a good grade is, even though it's not the same to everyone. Everyone considers something to be a good grade. Whereas if I was going to do something over a topic that people didn't know about, I would have to explain it over and over. But this one, I just said, this is what you can do to get a good grade on a test, and basically everyone knows what good grade and tests are. Okay, so on page 37, chapter 5, it goes along with what worked in my speech. It says, be relevant. If you get to choose your topic, think about what is most important for your audience to know in their current situation. We're in college. Getting good grades is important. So I just thought that was something good to point out for my speech. Well, that's my reflective vlog, and I hope everyone is doing really good on their speeches.